Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Sunday edition. I'm your host, iNoslen, and today we've got Virginia's hottest, the up-and-coming, your boy Face the Truth. What's up, man? How you doing?
Wow, hey, man, I'm just happy to be here, brother. Like, seriously, man, I appreciate this, man.
Oh, no problem, man. You know what? I love reaching out to artists that I believe in. And I have to say this, man, after, listening to some of your tracks and getting a chance to listen to the Your Mind video, I have to say this, man. I am definitely convinced that you're the next star, man. Honestly, we could probably sign you up and just say, yo, get this kid ready. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, all of the people from Black Box Entertainment, if you guys haven't heard about them yet, you're going to hear about it today. One of the hottest labels, at least that I've talked to so far. I've got a chance to talk to pretty much everybody on that label, and these guys are amazing. But today it's all about your boy Face. So everywhere, what's up, man?
Nah, man, because I have to say, like, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't say all the love you've been showing Black Box with Plex and Diligent and just Black Box as a whole, man. Like, that's greatly appreciated, brother. Like, seriously.
Oh, man, most definitely. It was a pleasure for me to be able to have the opportunity to have you guys here on the show. Like I said, man, just some very powerful artists coming out of you. And, Virginia, Georgia, that collaboration is amazing, let me tell you. And that kind of brings me to this first question. So I like to start it off with letting everybody know a little bit about, where you grew up.
Okay. I grew up in Virginia, man. Same place the Plex did, right outside of 15, 20 minutes outside of D.C., like Virginia suburb, but there were some blocks and some hoods spread out throughout the area. So, I mean, that's where I was born and raised, man. VA all day. It's in my bloodline, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. I like that. Plus, you guys are really close to D.C., you know what I'm saying? So you got to see the Capitol and things like that, man. So that's super cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For
the
sure.
Crazy thing about it, and I had this conversation the other day, like I guess it's just not taking advantage of stuff. Like, we grew up around it, so we don't spend as much time down there, like seeing the sights and the monuments and all of that. So it's kind of like a bad thing, but I mean, we've been down. I've been down there before, but it's not something that's on the list of things to do on the weekends, you know?
No, most definitely. It's because you have it. You can go whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? For you, It's like another Sunday. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. But that's how I feel about some of the stuff that I do here in Tampa too, man. Like we got Busch Gardens and we got Disney and we got Adventure Island. We got all this crazy stuff, man, that you can go to. But like I've gone so many times, you know what I'm saying, that I'm like, man, and then my friends come from out of town and the first thing they want to do is go to Busch Gardens.
Yo, man, they have a whole list of stuff they want to do, and you're like, bruh, I done already did that.
But that's the way it is, though, man. But, your friends are what you do it for, so, you have fun with them, man, and you keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Word, yeah.
All right, so let's get into this next question. Now, this one is all about what inspired you to actually be an artist.
Honestly, man, like, as a youngin' coming up, like, there was I've just always had a thing for music. Like, you could talk to my mother, like, when I was 6, 7 years old, like, she would make me come out of my bedroom and perform songs in front of her friends. Like, so, I just always had a thing for music, and my father used to play all the old school jams, you know what I mean? So, from a young age, like, I just loved music. Like, I wrote my first rhyme, I think, in, like, the 5th grade, brother.
Wow.
Like, so, it's just always been there, and as time progressed, like, I guess I just gradually got better at it, man.
Man, I don't doubt it. I mean, to be completely honest with you, just listening to you, or at least getting a chance to let's touch on the Your Mind video again, because there was like a part in the song when you were kind of pointing to all the pictures of everybody, you know what I'm saying, associated with it. And man, I was like, you know what this reminds me of right now? This flow or like the delivery almost has that little, like a touch of the Chic from the Locks.
Chic, yeah,
man. So it kind of reminded me of that, and I was like, yo, but this guy does it even harder than that. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It was like, yo, I'm digging this, man. The way that you put it together, I don't know how to explain that. It's more like it's like, you know, you remember when somebody would come and they could spit something, man, and it would always be about the delivery, and the next guy could do the same track, and it just it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about, you know, what you're doing. It's like, I know that it kind of sounded like this other guy, but man, the way you did it made it that much more unique. And that's what I appreciate, man, honestly.
Yo, I appreciate that, and that's a hell of a compliment, man, because the Locks was my squad when they first came out, man. Like, I was rocking with the Locks hard, man, and that's a hell of a compliment right there, brother. But, yeah, man, it's like coming up. I mean, like, a lot of people wouldn't know, like, unless you actually grew up with me. Like, I had a little stutter. So when people started hearing me doing music, like, it threw people completely off because of that, my cadence. Like, I wanted to say as much as I could, sometimes as fast as I could, but I wanted to be as descriptive as possible. And, like, when I figured out that knack, how I wanted to deliver things and how I wanted to say stuff and all this and all that, it made a huge difference, man.
Oh, most definitely. And I think that's the biggest part about doing a song, you know what I mean? It's all about that groove that you set up while you're delivering the punches, while you're putting those, you know, syllables together and making them sound like that, you know what I mean? To me, I think it's an art in its most purity. It's being able to craft words together to paint a picture and everybody understand it. I mean, that is, to me, one of the greatest arts right there, you know, communication, you know what I mean? So,
yo, man, just to take it to the Locks, Jadakiss said it best. I parallel park on the track. Like, that line right there was one of those lines where I was like, wow, like, just think about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I tried to do. Like, I tried to just ride the beat. Like, I want, if you're able to turn the actual beat off and still hear me flow, I want you to still nod your head to my lyrics.
Oh, most definitely, man. I mean, to me, hey, I was nodding my head, man. I'll tell you that much. I was freaking sitting there listening. I'm chilling out, you know, because, I mean, I got the link from you, and I was on my lunch break. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out, man. And I jammed it, bro, and I was like, yo, this is pretty good. I told a couple of my coworkers about it, and then I was like, man, you know, I get to talk to these guys like this all the time. And, I mean, they were like, what? And I was like, dude, you don't even know. There's so much talent out there. You guys have no clue, man. But I'm bringing it to the world right here on this internet station. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give it to everybody. I wanna show the world that, you know, there is amazing talent out there. And if you're ready to find it, I'm going to show it to you right here.
Definitely, man. The platform that you're giving artists like myself and artists in Black Box, like, man, is just, like, is immeasurable, man. Like, it can't be, like, defined. Like, you're doing so much by just giving us the opportunity just to talk to you, man. Like, seriously.
Man, and I appreciate that, dude. It's a blessing, though, man. It's something that I do, you know, it's from my heart, from my soul, you know, and for the world, man. And this is my contribution to, you know, the hip-hop game, to, you know, just art in general, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's talk about your album, All or Nothing. To me, I was going through here and I was like checking it out. You had it produced by Sleepy Hollow Studios and stuff like that. So it sounds like you've been, you know, kind of grinding hard, man, spending some real money to get the right kind of production.
Yeah. Now we've worked with a lot of different artists on this album. Excuse me. And like, initially when we first started recording the album was when I was on Facilitated Music. Mm-hmm. And things didn't pan out, whatever, but we still had the album. And the one thing that Black Box as a whole that we try to do is make timeless classic music. Like, I don't care what anybody say. You could put in Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt right now, and it'll rock with everything that's on the radio right now.
Oh, most definitely.
Like, you can, like, Nas is Illmatic. Like, you could put that in, and it could rock with everything on the radio right now. Now, not comparing anything we do to those albums, because those are certified legendary classics. Like, and if anybody was to say anything different, there's something mentally wrong with them. But like seriously, man. But that's what we try to do. Like, we try to make music that it's just timeless. You know what I mean? And All or Nothing, when we put that together, like, we were in a different space. Like, I was flying to Cali. Like, it was all new to me. Like it was just a whole new world open up for me.
No, this was all when. So kind of give me like a time frame here, because you started really early, you know, with your parents and all that other kind of stuff. But I mean, kind of give me like the years that have passed from when you started to that point right there.
All right, the first mixtape that I dropped, Faith in the Streets Volume 1, was in 2006. All right, and we did that just to do it. Like, I mean, we were feeling it. We had a whole team behind us, and everybody was like, yo, Face, you that dude, whatever. We was like, let's put together something. So we put out Face in the Streets Volume 1 in 2006. Was doing shows, got a lot of love, got a lot of respect. Like, we got a lot of love from that album. And then that was just the beginning for Black Box. We started dropping Plex's albums. A couple years later, Dill dropped the album. We have another cat on the label, SK, like, he dropped the album. And 06, and 05 and 06, so I'm sorry, 06 and 07 was when I started flying to Cali. And I was in the studio with Todd Mushaw, who was an engineer for Dr. Dre. Like, I met a lot of hip-hop superstars. And I was just in a whole different world. So we put the All or Nothing together, honestly, from 2006, 2007 until the present. Because we never dropped it. We never released it.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally got to the point, of course, things happen. You have kids, your life, bills, whatever. Fell back from music for a little bit, for a good 2-3 years. Like, as far as in the DMV and Virginia especially, like, Black Box was a household name. Like, that's why we have the dice, because anywhere you go around here, like, if you see the dice, like, you automatically know that's Black Box.
Yeah. That's the branding that you guys gave yourselves.
Right. And that was the whole intention. But so we did All or Nothing, and like I said, things didn't pan out with facilitated music, so we just had an album sit. Like, and it was, in my opinion, one of my best albums to date. It was different because Facilitator got at me because of the mixtapes. And when I got to Facilitator, like, my style kind of changed. Like, it got more industry-like.
You mean like commercialized? And like you lost some of that grittiness from being independent? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like, to a degree, like, there was some songs on there that if you heard any of my mixtapes, they probably wouldn't be on it.
I got you, because it just wouldn't meet the quality that you wanted to put out.
Right. Like, I was just trying to give what I thought was wanted instead of just doing me.
I gotcha, man. That happens to a lot of us, man. You know, you out there, you're doing your best, but you wanna make money, man. You gotta sell records. You know, sometimes you gotta make those commercial records, though. And I mean, I don't blame you for, you know, feeling a little guilty, like you didn't feel like you were putting your heart into it, like it wasn't the real story that you wanted to portray. But again, man, sometimes, you know, situations push you to have to do those kind of things. And I mean, you know, it doesn't make you less of an artist. Let me tell you this, man. Let me drop this on one. You don't have to, you know, say, hey, I'm selling out, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. You got a family, you got a house you got to pay for, you got a car note you got to pay for, you got insurance, you got electricity, you name it. you got to make that money, man. So at the end of the day, if like 2 or 3 commercial records get on the radio, they get you some spins, you're making some money off of that, you're doing pretty decent, you're not really going to be complaining later, man, because the money's coming in, you're getting them checks, you know, you're doing good.
Exactly.
Your album's probably selling pretty decent by then, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all right. So the real key here is to always think about it in the most positive way, I guess, for me, man, because I look at it like this, you know, I can say, hey, I'm not going to play the commercial music or whatever it is. Well, it's not that, man. It costs a lot of money to license to actually play that music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the reality of it is a lot of the stuff that I play on the station already is better than anything that's on there, man. And I mean, it's the truth. You know, they put it there because that's for it's for the masses, man. That's why they do that. But, you know, that's the way things go, and we got to live with it.
And I will say this, like that mentality that I had back then was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my career. Like, instead of me just doing me, like, I tried to fit in. Like, I tried to adapt to what I thought the machine wanted. And initially, that wasn't what got me there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was a definite true learning experience, you know what I mean, whatever, but still in all, like, we still have the album, we've tweaked the album, we've done a couple things to it, we've had a couple songs, we've taken off a couple songs, and still, as a whole, it's safe, it's black box. So, in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, hopefully, like, we're going to drop that album, man, and I just, it's crazy because about an hour ago, I had my homeboy over here editing the single that we're going to drop for the All or Nothing album.
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, I think it was on like I think it was like I was looking on something. I don't know if you put it for I don't know if it was on Facebook or somewhere, man. I seen something, or was that Plexus stuff? I don't remember.
Well, yeah, like Plex is killing the game right now. like hands down, no BS. Plex is killing the game right now. He's dropped, I think, his 6th album, if I'm not mistaken. But that last video that he shot with Dan Hunter was just ridiculous. And like, we all have an unspoken competition. Like, we all fam. Like, I mean, straight up, like, we're all fam. Like, I love his mother, like, he loves my mother, like, his daughter, like, I love her, he loves my kids, the same thing with Dill. But it's like, if I'm on a track with one of them, I'm trying to take their head off.
Well, that's good, man. Friendly competition's okay, though. It keeps you guys fresh, you know, it keeps you sharp, you know what I mean?
Right. It keeps guys on their toes. And they feel the same way about me. So when Plex dropped his latest video, I was like, yo, like, okay, well, I need to go back to the drawing board. So I shot a video, and, you know, like I said, my homeboy was over here editing it, and hopefully within about 2 weeks we'll drop that, and then we'll drop the All or Nothing album, and we'll finally get it out, man, because it's way overdue.
Well, I'll tell you this much, man. I'm ready for it, so just let me know, man, where it's at. Now, I'm definitely going to go check that out. I'm ready.
Already, man. You already know you got some copies coming to you, bro.
Oh, man, I really appreciate that. See, that's an amazing thing from you guys, man. That's the one thing, I mean, and all the artists as well. You guys have just been more than gracious with me with, you know, getting me a few tracks and letting me listen to your stuff, man. It's just been a blessing to even be able to have that. And, of course, man, you know, I add you guys' music straight to the iNoslen radio rotation that I have every Sunday. I play for about an hour, a whole bunch of music, man, so I fit in as much music as I can. I always normally set up all the newest stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like all the newest music that I get for that week, I try and put it in, you know what I mean? That way those guys get to tune in, you know, listen to their tracks or whatever, and I still try and get, you know, the mix of everybody else, you know, because I have a lot of songs, man, and I try and play everybody's song at least one time, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I'll go through and then I'll start building up different lists and stuff like that, but that's going to bring me to this next question now. This is a big thing that I always get emails about, and this is the one that says, what sets you apart from all the other artists that are out there now?
That's a great question, brother. Like, I mean, honestly, me personally, and I said this in the rhyme before, like, I'm a fan of hip-hop. I've always been a fan of hip-hop. And I keep that in mind when I'm writing my rhymes. Like, I want to say a line that'll have you like, yo, did he just really say that? Or like, damn, why did I come up with that line? Like, and I think that nowadays, excuse my language, most of these artists just pull shit out their ass, man. like,
no, I'm with you. I mean, it's like a cheap parlor trick or something, man. You expect more from the lyrics in a good song.
Right. Like now, by no means am I like a backpacking conscious rapper. I got mad respect for them dudes, but to me, like, I want to come up with a metaphor or a line that'll have you like, yo, that's a dope line.
For
number
sure.
one. Mm-hmm. And number two, truth be told, like, a lot of my music comes from pain, though. Like, my childhood growing up, stuff that I went through as a teenager, like, some stuff as an adult, like I write with anger and pain. That's where that aggression comes from. Like, and I try to control it, but I've learned that, man, you might as well just let it do what it do, brother.
Man, you got to. Sometimes you just have to let yourself be you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, if you can't be yourself and put the music out there with the emotion that you have, then, man, you might as well just pack it up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be creative. You're going to be upset. You're not really going to be focused. You're not going to think about the things that can make you an amazing track. And that's part of this next question here, which is, out of all the tracks that you've done so far, which one to you is the most memorable?
Most memorable? There's two songs that I've recorded. And I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you right now, man. Like for real. I did a song a couple of years ago called What I Feel Inside. Alright? And it had an Otis Redding sample in it.
Oh yeah, Otis Redding's the bad, bro.
Yeah. He a bad dude, man. He was a bad dude, bro.
Still is, man. Still is.
yeah. But the first verse, I talked about I was going through some things with my mother and her ex-husband and just all the domestic violence and all this and all that.
Whoa, that's pretty deep, bro.
The second, like the second verse, I was talking about me and my lady at the time and everything we was going through. I had my first son and it was just a whole bunch of like just drama. It was almost like the first verse, you know what I'm saying? But it was my story. And the third verse, I talked about how hip-hop and music was what got me or was getting me through all of that. That song right there, to this day, is probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever wrote. Alright? Mm-hmm. Now the second song, my grandmother passed a couple years ago. Alright, now this is the irony of it. Remember when I told you when I was going to Cali, like I first flew to Cali, it was a whole new world. Like I thought that the Black Box was on and we was doing big things and all this and all that.
Yeah.
My first time flying to Cali, my grandmother passed while I was in Cali.
Wow, man.
Right?
That's pretty powerful. I mean, I know how it feels to lose your grandmother, man. I was here in Florida, and we had her here, man, and it was heartbreaking, man. I mean, even still to this day, when I think about it, man, it kind of, man, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
Like, man, it cuts deep, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have a grandmother. I'm guessing you had a grandmother just like mine. She was the backbone of the family, man.
Oh man, most definitely, bro. Strong lady, man. Strong-willed. Worked every day of her life, man. All the way to the end, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. So when I was in Cali, I got the phone call, and I remember like it was yesterday. I was staying at our Plex's crib, and Plexus went to work that morning, and we had, I guess, partied the night before, so I was still hungover, like drunk, whatever, smack. And he walks into the room, and he doesn't say anything, and he hands me the phone. And I'm like, oh man, something ain't right. And I get on the phone, and it's my cousin crying and screaming, saying she's gone, she's gone. And I'm like, man, you nuts, man, what you talking about, man? And then my sister gets on the phone, and she tells me, yo, grandma's gone. So, at the time, Plex was working for the record label, on the West Coast, and he had video shoots to go to and all this and all that. And homie was like, what you want to do? Like, we can go to these video shoots, or I can go to the liquor store and we can get a bottle and get it in. I told him, go get a bottle, and we crushed the whole bottle of shots just sitting there, bro.
Wow. Yeah, man, sometimes you need that, though, you know?
Coming back, like, once I got back, of course, went to the funeral and everything, I wrote the song called She's Gone. The video was up on our YouTube page, Black Box DMV. It's on the YouTube page. I wrote that song dedicated to my grandma.
Wow.
And the song was so deep and it cut so much that I played it for my family members. Like, damn near everybody in my family. And they would cut the song off because they couldn't listen to it.
Oh, man, you know, because the lyrics were real, man. They were the most powerful emotion that you could possibly portray, you know what I mean? It's it's one of those things, you know, when it's someone like that, when the music is that real, that's when you know people are feeling it in their soul, man. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's probably some of your greatest work, though, you know what I'm saying? When you're feeling like that, when you got all your, you know, your heart on your shoulder, you're writing it down, man. It's all right there, you know what I'm saying? It's on that paper. You're ready to say it, man. You're in the booth, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at that mic. You got that emotion in you. And when you drop it, man, that's when the magic happens. You know what I mean? I mean, to me, that's one of the things. Like, I'm still waiting, man. One of these days, I want to sit down in a freaking studio session, you know what I'm saying, and just listen to these cats, man, or whoever, you guys, anybody, man. I just want to sit down in a studio session, just listen to you guys go at it. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there, to be able to see like a live, you know, portrayal of what you worked so hard for, what took you hours of your blood, sweat, and tears to write down, to put together your life that you've been through, all these different things, man, and then you put it on a song, man. That's something I love, the live version of what it is. So maybe one day, man, you'll be on the stage, and hopefully I can get a ticket, and I'll definitely be there, man, because I would definitely love to support all of you guys if I can.
Yo, man, there's no hope for me. If I'm ever in Florida, brother, I'm coming to see you. You already know.
Oh, man, all right. That sounds really good. I'm ready. You know I'm ready, man. Any day, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you get here, you let me know. If it's the weekend, we on it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, those two songs, man, probably cut the deepest and mean the most to me, man. Like, straight up, no bull. Like, those two songs by far mean the most to me, and I feel are the best songs that I've ever wrote in my life. Man, that's amazing. Just from the stories alone, I mean, I think they're amazing, man. That is probably one of the biggest things that I love about, you know, hip-hop itself, man, the purity of the lyric. And this is proof right here, you know, for everybody that's listening, man. That is proof right there. There's a story. Now, let's jump into this last question here. Now, this is the one I always like to ask everybody. And this one is, if you had your chance, who'd be the first already famous artist that you'd want to collaborate with? Dead or alive, man?
Man, whoever you want.
Of course I gotta say Pop.
Oh, man, Tupac?
Like, I have to. Like, dead, that's if he dead. I gotta say Pop.
Man.
But honestly, man, like I've always been a big Jadakiss fan, man.
Oh, Jada? Yeah, like, bro, that guy's killer.
Yeah. Like, to me, he hasn't been underrated, but I don't think that he got the notoriety that he deserved, man. Jada's a bad dude, man.
Oh, man, definitely, man. Him and that raspy voice, man. He kills it, though.
Yeah,
he kills it, man.
You know, so just the lines, man. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, I like lyrics, man. I like lyrics, and of course, you know what I mean, Eminem and those cats, you know what I'm saying? But since way back when, like I said, since the Locks days, man, like I've been rocking with the Locks for a long time, man. So.
Oh, most definitely, man. I love them cats too, man. Since back from the, time when they used to flow with Lil Kim and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the Bad Boy days and all that kind of stuff, man, with Biggie and all that. But
and or 3 Stacks.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I would love to see that too, man. Heck, I'd love to see them all. But this is going to bring us here to the end of the interview. What I like to do here for all the artists is just let you guys plug away at everything, where they can find you, new albums coming out, mixtapes, whatever you got. Let everybody know.
All right, cool, man. First of all, we on Facebook/Blackbox for Life. That's number 4, LIFE. That's on Facebook. Go to our YouTube page, which is YouTube/DMV, which is /BlackboxDMV, man. We have a whole bunch of videos up, man. Myself, Diligent, Plex Long, SK, he's about to drop a video, man. So, as far as Twitter, I don't do the Twitter thing. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But Facebook and YouTube, man.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know where to find one of Virginia's hottest up-and-coming artists. I'm trying to tell you, follow these cats. It's your boy Face the Truth from Blackbox Entertainment here on Sunday Edition. As always, you can follow the show at iNoslen Show. You can check my personal account at Noslen78. You can check the show out on Facebook at facebook.com/iNoslen Radio. And you know what we do here? We do the Twitter rampage. So go follow everybody that you've seen on here. Go on Facebook. We'll fit that in here today. You guys go ahead and do that as well. Go check out the whole Blackbox Entertainment family. These guys are doing big things. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming out to the show.
Oh, love, man. Hip-hop at its finest. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure. All right, everybody. We'll catch ya next week.